Time now for Hawk Zone, sponsored by Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
Well, the Seahawks suffer a disappointing loss on the road, falling to the Rams 19-21. Terry Holloman joins me in the Hawk Zone to break this one down. Wow. And we're all going to break down and cry. This was a rough game for quarterback Sam Darnold. He gave the ball away 4 different times. He really never looked settled. Yeah. Were these turnovers on him, or are the Rams just that good?
Well, it's a combination of both, but I will say majority of it was on him because he did throw it, right? The Rams do have one of the best defenses in the National Football League, top 5 in total defense and scoring defense. They're right up there, but Sam Darnold was really unsettled the entire day. He was forcing things when he didn't need to, trying to fit balls in where he didn't need to try to fit them in, and just trying to do too much too often. And I couldn't figure out why he wasn't settled. And then I actually kind of thought about it after it. And it was because they're missing their center. Jalen Sundell was out with an injury, he's out hurt. And it's not just the continuity that you're missing on the offensive line, that as a quarterback, maybe you'll get unsettled, but it's your center, and it's the guy that's in control of the offensive line. And not only that, it's a guy you kind of touch his butt a lot. So that kind of, you don't get to touch the same butt. It makes you uncomfortable a little bit, I think. So maybe that's your problem, Sam.
He was a little rattled.
You got to start touching the same butt.
Oh my gosh, and this was a career high for him too, with the interceptions.
Yes.
That's not a career high that you want to hit.
So that's the thing, again, when you have that many turnovers, that many interceptions, 4 interceptions, it's very, very difficult to win a football game.
Definitely.
Not just in the NFL, but anywhere. Pop Warner, if you throw 4 interceptions, chances are you're probably going to lose.
Absolutely. And the Seahawks, I did not know this tidbit. We had the ball 15 minutes more than the Rams. We still lost, but what was working on the offense?
So, we did have the ball more than the Rams did. And the reason for that is because the Seahawks were really dedicated to the run. And when you're doing the run, we discussed it here before, when you're running the ball, the clock continues to turn. So the other team doesn't get the ball. So usually that works in your favor. But again, we had the 4 turnovers, so that didn't help us. But the running attack was decent yesterday. We had over 100 yards with all the guys rushing, but we just, again, stayed dedicated to it, and we were behind. So we needed some help.
We did have that epic catch, though, too, on the offense by our man JSN. That was a highlight for sure.
Once again, even though Sam Darnold has a bad day, JSN shows up with over 100 yards receiving. This guy is just incredible. He comes out with this catch like Spider-Man.
It was really fun to watch. That was a highlight. How much credit do you think should go for the defense for keeping us in the game?
Oh, 100%. They were responsible for us even being close in this game.
Right.
Again, when you have that many turnovers, your offense isn't producing like it should, and for you to have an opportunity at the end of the game to win and to lose by 2 points.
That's crazy.
It was incredible. This defense, again, we've talked about it over and over and over, but they are as billed. They're really, really good. They're one of the best defenses we've had in Seattle since the Legion of Boom, and the guys are flying around, making plays, and they keep the Seahawks in every game.
I really thought there was a chance there for a second
that
we were going to win.
Ooh, it was so close, but then they put the pressure on Myers, and he had already done an incredible job all day long. He kicked 3 field goals. Maybe he was all field goaled out by that time, so, and that's why I went a little wide right. But to put that kind of pressure on the kicker at the end of the game is unfair.
Oh gosh, and we've got to talk about an injury too. Sad to see this. Gray Zabel needed help getting off the field. He didn't return to the game. What do we know, if anything, about his injury right now? Right
now, as of Monday morning at this time, we don't know anything. He had to fly back to Seattle. They wanted to take some images, some MRIs to see what was going on in there. It didn't look good because he's a tough guy. And when you see a tough guy like that laying down on the ground, not able to get up, needing assistance to get off the field, it's tough. And he's been really a linchpin for that front line of the offense, a guy that we drafted this past year. Incredible rookie season so far. He hasn't allowed a sack all season long. To have him go down and try to find a replacement, I hope that he's healthy.
Same.
But then again, NFL, next man up.
I know. I hope we get some good news this week and he's healthy. Who was your player of the game?
A game like this, I gotta tell you, Kelly, it's tough to pick a player of the game.
Fair enough.
So I'm not gonna pick a player of the game, guys. But what I am gonna say is the defense as a whole, played well enough to be the players of the game. Again, when you look at a game like this where there was 4 turnovers by the quarterback, you don't usually win games like that. You're not even close. It's usually a blowout. For them to be in a 2-point game with 30 seconds left on the clock and have an opportunity to kick a field goal to win, that's an incredible testament to how good this defense is.
You're right. They all win player of the game. The Seahawks have another road game, this time in Nashville. What do we need to know about the Titans?
This is the game that the Seahawks need, and they need to bounce back. This is a team down in Tennessee that is not very good. Not at all. They're 1-9 right now.
Okay.
And even though they are professionals, they're 1-9. They had their best player, their wide receiver, come back last week off an injury, and first game back, he breaks his leg. So their best player is out with a broken leg. Hopefully the Seahawks can come back and get their mojo back, get their wheels up on them, and get a big win down in Tennessee.
Get some confidence, and maybe if some of our guys need a week off because
get a little break. Maybe. Hopefully, don't jinx them.
No, I'm not going to jinx it, but I'm just saying, hopefully. The Seahawks also, I want to talk about this before you leave, lost an all-time great with the passing of Hall of Famer Kenny Easley.
Yes.
What will you remember the most about Easley?
Well, Kenny Easley was known as the enforcer. Kenny Easley, we had his poster and called him the enforcer. It's because he was such a vicious, tenacious defensive back, one of the great safeties in NFL history. He's a guy, again, you think of all the things that he did. He influenced so many Seahawks that are in this organization to this day. Many really claim him as to being the very first superstar on the Seahawks team. So not only was he a superstar on the field, but in the community, he was so, people loved him. He reached out to the kids, the youth in the community, and he was just such a leader. He's actually, when he was done with football, he got into the sports agency business. And so he actually represented a bunch of my friends. Really? And so I spent a lot of time at Kenny's house hanging out. And so he was always a good guy, and he's going to be sorely missed.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so sorry for your loss too. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope we have some positive news to talk about next week.
Absolutely.
The Titans, come on. Fingers crossed there. Thank you, my friend. And coming up next, comedy legend Mike Epps brings unstoppable energy to the Muckleshoot Casino Resort on Tuesday, December 9th. From The Hangover and Uncle Drew to sold-out arena shows, his punchlines keep you rolling. So don't miss your chance to see his comedy live on the stage. Just visit the website that you see right there on your screen.